So, in the previous class, we have seen some data types up to integer, float, and complex data types have been seen in the previous class. And today, we would like to concentrate on Boolean, the rest of the fundamental data types. They are Boolean, followed by second one is the string. So both things will be taken into consideration, and let us examine how these two things also be evaluated, how these two could be gets operated. Okay, let us see. Boolean data type. So actually in the languages what you learned so far or what you are learning so far, you don't have this particular kind of data type that is a Boolean in your C or C++. Okay. Boolean, George Booley. George Booley is the scientist, mathematical scientist who introduced this Boolean data type. And a computer will be works on based on two different states. Either it is on state or it is off state. So on and off is not identified by computer, so that they will be termed as binary states, that is either 0 or it is 1. So 0, 1 are the Boolean values, and the Boolean values will be represented with two different types of integral words, that is true or false here. True or false here. Okay. So for example, let me open this Python terminal. So here some flag f will be equal to true, true. Okay, then we have to type what is the f value here. F value is, it is a bool type. It is a bool type. So it could be always, already we have seen the reserved words in the previous class, previous session. So that the true is always a capital T, rue are small letters. False also same. Okay, and this true is not equal to this true. This is not equal to this particular true here. This false will not be equal to this particular false here. These are not same. You need to remember this one. Internally, while doing some kind of operations with Python PVC, Python virtual PVM, Python virtual machine. So true will be termed as, true will be represented as 1, and false will be represented as 0 here. So that is the point you need to understand. In C, C++, so most of the cases in these two languages, so true or false, one more extra data type was not created by Dennis Ritchie or Brown Stroud. So they have considered that 0 will be false, and the value which is not equal to 0 will be true. Either of the value, whatever the value it may be, it is not equal to 0 will be true. But in Python, they have created. In Java also, Boolean variables are there. Boolean values are there. So same thing was continued by this particular Python developers also. So true will be termed as 1, and false will be termed as 0 here. Then here, if b will be equal to true, type of, already we have seen this one just before. Then followed by a true will be equal to 0, so that if you operate any arithmetic operation between those two, so true, let me say some x will be equal to true plus true. For example, this one. So print the value of x. Value of x will be equal to 2. You please understand here. So internally, true equal to 1, and again true equal to again 1. So 1 plus 1, which will be equal to this one. So true minus true. For example, if you take 1 minus 1, that is 0. So false minus true. So 0 minus 1, that is minus 1. Okay. So these operations are supposed to be gets operated by Python internally, and the same integer values will be displayed here. You need to understand these two operations also. Normally, these are these operations. These values are supposed to, bool operations are supposed to be used when so the point which is being taken into consideration by okay, the point Fathan. Who is that Fathan? Who is that Fathan? Fathan. Let me eliminate that particular person because that Fathan has a drawing annotations on the screen. Let me eliminate. Yes, this particular person. So shall I remove Mr. LPDFFTTTON 6790 something like that? Shall I delete you? Shall I remove you? Shall I remove you? You never join into my class again. Okay. Don't draw anything on the screen. Okay. However, so these are the values which we are supposed to use it to identify whether given condition will be gets true or false here. So for that particular reason, these values are supposed to be used. This is the importance of bold data type. Then we'll come across with str. There is no character data type here. As far as C, C++, Java, and so on, all other languages, you have a specific data type that is CHAR. This CHAR is not there in Python. That is the specialty of the Python. Whatever the character you have assigned to a particular variable, that will be automatically considered as a string. If there is no character, single character could not be declared in such a way. Okay, however, you could consider here, so str represents a string data type. So by default, whatever the input you have been taken, input statement will be there. That input statement will be always being taken as the string as input from the keyboard, and that could be converted from a string to some other values. However, whatever it may be, that would be some other topic actually. So str data type will be always represented so string here. Then followed by a string is a sequence of characters which are enclosed with both either single quotes or double quotes. Let me show you how it could be. How it could be, let me show you. So S equal to Newton. Okay, print yes, Newton. Similarly, Y equal to Macharla. Okay, single quotes, within single quotes, Macharla, within single quotes. Yes, it could also be accepted. It could also be accepted here. Okay, print Y, Macharla. So both this double quotes or single quotes, both will be accepted. So you may be put your data in double quotes or single quotes, both could be gets accepted by this str data type. And here, if you want to continue to write your data for across a number of lines, so like this here, let me consider str will be equal to, my intention is Newton's Institute of Engineering. So next line Macharla, next line Guntur district, next line Andhra Pradesh. I would like to write in several lines. So if I would like to write several lines, you may be get started with three double quotes, otherwise 3 single quotes. Either of these two will be accepted. Let me start with the 3 double quotes, and you have to type your data. If you are supposed to start with single, and so Newton's Institute of, my intention is I would like to continue with the next line. So immediately it could be gives you some error message. If you want to continue for next line also, so str will be equal to, you have to include with the 3 double quotes and Newton's Institute of, yes, you could take Newton's Institute of Engineering. Let me go ahead with second line. So as and when you have go ahead with second line, 3 dots will be gets displayed here. Then you have to continue your so Macharla, and let's to continue Guntur, and then followed by AP. Okay, let me close with again 3 different 3 quotes again. Then Python will understand, yes, your data will be entered across the lines with the number of lines. Okay, now you can print so str. If you are trying to print this particular str, you could see So the data will be entered with four different lines. Okay, across lines you are trying to enter or you are trying to assign a particular string data across lines. You have to start with 3 single quotes or 3 double quotes. Okay, so single quotes also be possible. So str1 will be equal to, so 3 single quotes. So Newton, T-O-N-S, Newton's Institute of Science and Technology, Macharla, Guntur, and AP. Okay, again 3. Yes, it is okay. Now print, if you are trying to print str1, so it could also be displayed so with the number of lines. Across 4 lines you have been taken into consideration. So 3 double quotes or 3 single quotes will be used to so assign some string data across number of lines. That is what you need to remember here. Okay, so S1 equal to Newton, already we have seen this one, already also we'll see this one. So before going to take further, so let me take type of this particular type of str1. Look at this, it is a string. It is a string. Let me consider some a equal to, within single quotes, capital A. I have assigned only single character here. I have assigned a single character here. So you maybe feel that it is a character, but it is not a character. Try to take the type of A, small a, it is a string. There is no character data type. Char data type is not there. Character data type is not there in Python. Everything will be considered as the string only, whether it is single character or multiple characters or across lines, it will be considered as a string only. It shall not be considered as a character. There is no such kind of data type with us. Okay, so like this we would like to consider. So double quotes or triple single quotes. If you want to enter data across the lines, you may be use triple double quotes or triple single quotes. You may be used triple single quotes or triple double quotes. You could be used, and you have to type your data across the lines. Okay, something like this. Okay, I have given something like this. You may be enter some data, something like this. Okay, single quotes also be possible here. Single quotes also be possible here. Something like this. Newtons instead of something, whatever it may be. However, how many number of lines you could consider here. Okay. Then you could also specify slicing of the strings. Actually, in our previous languages such as C or C++, you may be call them as substrings. But here, a new word introduced by Ruscium, Guido von Ruscium, that name was slicing. Slicing in the sense, slice is considered as a piece of information from the string. That is what the slicing here. So how could you make the slice in terms of a particular string here, or substring of the given string here? So as I said, the slice means a piece, a string slice means a substring here. And the substring is always taken into consideration by introducing open and closed brackets. Okay, square brackets. This is the operator which is called as slice operator. By using this one, you can slice the, or you can get the substring of the given string either in forward direction or in negative direction. Actually, as far as arrays are concerned in C or C++ or Java, I believe that you people, ARRAYS, arrays are considered. So arrays will be always starts with 0 as its subscripted value, and it will continue up to number of locations minus 1. Actually, if you define some so array of 100 will be defined. So integer. So for example, integer some a of 100 will be declared by you. Obviously, it could be taken. So a of 0 to a of 99. A of 99 it could be taken. So in C, C++, Java, you could never come across negative subscriptions. Okay, index values could not be negative in C, C++ or Java, but in Python, yes, it could be possible. In negative direction also, you could able to write the subscripted value. There is no problem at all. Look at this. Python will be always starts with 0 as its base index. Then it could be, so index might be either it is negative or positive. If it is positive, so left to right you are trying to read, left to right in the sense. So Karthik, let me eliminate you. Mr. Karthik, let me eliminate you. I have already given some information to the people. Where is Mr. Karthik? Yes, shall I eliminate you? Message me. Message me, shall I? In chat box, message me. Karthik, shall I eliminate you? Say yes or no. Okay, if it is left to right, it could be taken in forward direction, right away from 0 to, so right away from 0 to, then, okay, 0 to, so n minus 1 range here. If it is negative, so you may be taken, if it is positive, you may be take something like this in this direction. If it is negative, you may be take in this particular direction. Let me show you how this could be. So look at this. So Macharla is my string here. str will be assigned to Macharla, something like this here. M will be stored in str of 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on up to 7. After this one, it could be, so this is in a positive direction. Direction will be seen in this way. Whereas this direction will be in this way. It is in so reverse direction. Okay, right to left direction. When right to left direction, if you want to display, then you have to mention your indices values will be -1, -2, and so on. Okay, in this direction, you could specify this one here. Then let me show you how the things will be gets happened here. How the things will be gets happened here. So let me take some again. st will be equal to, for better understanding point of view, st will be equal to, so Newton. Okay, Newton. Now here you'd like to identify what is the number of indices will be. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Totally, so 6 characters are there. If you are trying to get the first location, I mean Newton, n will be get up by you here in the sense. So st of 0 will be take the first character. st of some 4 will be take the 5th character of that particular Newton. st of 5 will be get the 6th character of that particular thing here. If you go beyond that particular so indices, so let me consider, so it will be some 7. Let me consider like this. Total number of characters are 6 and index values will be right away from 0 to, so 5 only. So then if you are go ahead with the 7, then so it is out of boundary of index value. You could get so the error message index error, that is string index is out of range. If you take, I have taken some example Macharla. Let me take the same example here. So st will be equal to Macharla as my example here. Now, if you want to get the value of, so let me say some 4th location e. So you'd like to get st of 4. st of 4 will be gives, sorry. So lowercase letters. st of 4 will be gives you, so that e. Okay. So total number of, as far as this particular index is concerned, what is the maximum index here? As far as the positive direction, that is 7. So if you are supposed to take st of some 8, st of 8, actually st of 8 is not existed, then immediately it will be gives you error, index out of range error. Okay, therefore it could not be so taken into consideration. Now, how could you make them into slices? So how could you make them into slices? Slices will be done something like this. st, okay, print st. This is the total data. I want to print only right away from 0th location to some 4th location. Then followed by st of, so 0:4. 0:4. Across right away from 0 to 4, you have to display the contents. Okay. So 0, 1, 2, 3. You could observe this one. 4th location has not been included. You please observe. 4th location has not been included. 0th location is gets included. Macharla m is included, but actually, as far as our example, so 4th location value is e. You haven't displayed e here. you please observe this one, E was not displayed here. So only the value, for example, this could be I and this could be J. So ST of I colon J, in the sense J will not be included, J minus 1 actually, it does means J minus 1. That is the meaning here. Okay. So in this way you can slice. In this way you can slice. And one more slicing will be, so right away from second location to all locations I want to display. Right away from second location to, so up to end of the, I don't know what is the size of that particular string actually. So that is why I would like to display right away from second location to last location. Then how could you specify here in the sense, ST of second location colon. You just leave the second parameter of after colon here. You just close this particular thing. So it could be displays right away from second location to all. Okay. Now, one more. Conversely, you have displayed right away from second location to all. Right away, what I would like to intended here in the sense, I would like to display the string slice right away from the beginning to sixth character, beginning to 6 minus 1 characters. So to do that one, the first parameter will be nothing. The second parameter will be 6. Okay, colon 6. Okay, something like this. It could be specified. In this way, you can operate the slicing of your strings. This is one kind of slicing. This is another kind of slicing. This is another kind of slicing. In this way, you can operate the slice operations on any kind of strings here. Okay, so in this way, and there is. Let us go ahead and look at this. So this is the way to operate the slices here. And you need to take one more kind of function, built-in function on strings. That built-in function is len. Len is a built-in function which could be identifies the length of the string what we have taken here. So len of st will be equal to this one. 8 characters are there. And if you want to display the same thing in reverse direction, for example, in reverse direction, how could you display it? Okay, st of, so right away from, let me go ahead and look into the previous one. So right away from, so this location to up to this area, this location to, so all values. Okay, so how could you display this one here? This could be, so colon minus 2, colon minus 2. Look at this. It could be in reverse direction. It could be in reverse direction. Okay. In this way, you have to specify. This is one kind of slicing, a substring. This is another kind of slicing. This is another way of mentioning the slicing. And this is another way of mentioning slicing in reverse order. And there is a built-in function on strings that is len on len of that string variable. It could be displays a number. That number will be the total length of that particular string which is being occupied in the memory. It could be displayed in such a way. Okay. So this is what about the slicing here. And followed by, you need to remember some points here. There are so 4 data types which are being considered as 5 data types which are being considered as fundamental or what we call so primary data types. Okay, so scalar data types, that is integer, float, complex, bool, and string. All these are the fundamental data types. And here str is already I have quoted for many times during this particular session. So there is no character data type. There is no character data type because str itself will be called as it could be taken both for strings, sequence of characters, or identify single character also. Both will be gets identified. This is the point you need to remember. Okay, something like this, however, or maybe. So it could be displayed string only. Already I have shown you. Okay. Already I have given in features of Python 3. Python 3 doesn't have any back support. That is what I told you. But Python 3 doesn't have any back support. So to justify that particular feature here you have one particular so note here. That note is in Python 2 we have a long data type. For integers, long data type is there for Python 2. Whereas in Python 3 there is no long. There is no long data type here. Long data types are long values could also be represented by using integers only as far as Python 3. That's what you need to remember. So there is no back representation for Python. So all programs which are written in Python 2 cannot be executed in Python 3. That's what we have taken in the previous sessions as we discussed with the features of our Python. Okay, so this is one of the statement where exactly you have to justify yourself why it is not. Back support is why it is not coming. So this is the one of the statements. Okay, now, so these are the data types which are having with us. Now we'll come across with one more very important type or very important point, that is typecasting. Probably it could be better approach to be discussed by tomorrow, because you have to so go through the videos which are related to data types, and have to get the clear idea about data types today. So apply yourself in your desktops or laptops or mobiles, so that you could get some kind of idea on data types, that is integer, float, bool, then string, followed by so complex. Get the clear idea about these 5, and then we will discuss what about this particular typecasting by tomorrow. What exactly this one is and how this typecasting is useful for us, we will discuss. Okay, this is what the today's class will be. Okay, see you by tomorrow.